STEAM students, and today I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about proportion. So proportion is the size of something compared to the size of something else. So on humans we have a certain proportion that is expected, and on animals we have certain proportions that are expected. But if we tweak those and we change those a little bit, then it makes it to where we can make things look either super cute or maybe a little spooky. Maybe we can make something look realistic, and we could also change it to look like something completely new. So that's a little bit of what I'm going to be showing you today. So to help demonstrate that today, I'm going to be using some clay, and I'm going to be teaching you to make a cute little unicorn. So to start off, we're going to be rolling our little clay and make sure that it's pretty soft and malleable so that we can shape it into the form that we want. So while I do that, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit more about proportion. So in this particular demonstration, I'm going to be mostly focusing on cuteness. So what can you do to make something look overly cute? Well, when you look at cartoons and art and just all those wonderful things, you see that they make things a lot of out of proportion. Like the eyes are usually pretty big or really small. The nose is tiny, and it's sometimes at the same level as the eyes. And also, there's a pretty round face with chubby cheeks. So to start, we're just going to get a little piece of clay, about a pinch, and roll it into a sort of ovally circle, and about like that. See how mine has a little bit smaller on this side to look like a snout? And then we're going to take another bigger piece and roll it up into a ball. Probably need, yeah, that's about good. And just another shape about like that. And so I'm actually going to pinch mine in a little bit more circular. And the next part, you're going to need a toothpick. So what you're going to do is make sure that there's no little like scratches or bumps or creases or anything yet. And then you're going to take your toothpick and decide which part is going to be the bottom. And you're just going to take your toothpick and kind of grind it into there. Just like that. It kind of looks like a little mouth, but it's not a mouth. And then you're going to do the same, kind of like that, to look like a little X. So there's the little legs. And if you want to, you can break off a piece of your toothpick and stick it in where your head's going to go so that you can make sure that your head will stick on real good. I'm going to do that just to make sure. And then, next step is to just take it in and poke it just a little bit, like right close to the end. So it'll look like that. So another thing that I wanted to point out was that this head is way too big. Like if you saw this in the wild, you'd be like, okay. But, so yeah, this is way too big. And I think that's another thing that makes it look cute. And so next step is you can make it face whichever way you want. In this one, the head is facing forward. But in this one, I'm probably going to make it look sideways. And next, you're going to get whatever color you want for your hair. I'm going to choose this one. And so you just roll out a little snake. And you kind of want to make sure that it's pretty smooth. So once you have that, you can start maybe halfway to the head. And then go down and to the back. But then you're going to make sure not to go too far in the back because that'll look weird. Not cute. But so then what you'll do next is smush it down into the head. Smush it real good to make it look like it's meant to be there. So next step is the horn. What we're going to do is, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this turquoise and also some purple. And I'm going to mix them together just a little bit to where they start to look marbled. This is another technique that I use a lot and that I find is just kind of pretty and I like it. So you can completely use it if you want. And it looks about like that. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take just a little bit of it and roll it into a ball about that big. It should be about that big. And then make it look like a carrot. Next step is you're going to take your toothpick and take the end off of it. And the reason you want the end is so you can stick it right in there and it won't be too thick. So once you have that, you can stick it right where the hair ends. And be careful that you don't smush it too much because you want it to stay carrot shaped. Okay, so once you have your horn on, the next step is you're going to take the extra, if you have any, from the hair. And this is a little bit tricky, but not awful. You're going to start right here, right on the butt, and curl it up just a little bit to make it look like maybe it's curly. Just like that. Next is we're going to take the same color that we used for our skin, and we're going to roll 2 balls about this size, and just set them down on whatever your surface is. Put them to the side for now. And then you're going to take one and smush it just a teeny tiny bit to make it look just like a little bit of a flat circle. And you're going to do that to both of them. So once you have those, you're going to take your little ears, and just a little detail that I wanted to add is I'm going to take another toothpick or a pencil, whatever you want to use, and just engrave 1 or 2 little lines to make them like a little bit more obviously look like ears. Alright, so once you have that, you're going to take them and stick them right on your pony. And you're going to want to make sure that they look, you can really shape them however you want. I just like to have mine pretty round and cute. That's another thing that I just remembered, is that you can make ears bigger or like either exaggerate them or make them tiny. So you can make the ears a little bit bigger to make something look cuter. So that's what I did here. So next we're going to be making the eyes. I'm going to be using this pretty blue here. And I'm going to be just getting a little bit, just this much. And then I'm going to be separating it into 2. Those might be a little too big. So these are going to be your eyes. And so like I said earlier, you can use either super big eyes or super little eyes to make it look overly cute. And I'm gonna stick mine on just a little bit farther, or closer to the snout from the ear. Just about like that. And I'm gonna do that on the other side too. Alright, so then we finished the base for our pony. So here we have the base. But another detail you can add to the eyes, which is optional, is you can take the color that you use for your skin, or the lightest color you have, and separate just a teeny tiny piece, like really little, and stick it right on your eye to make it look like a little, like, shiny. So here we have our finished pony. If you want, you can add a few more details like I did on that one, but that's kind of the base, and you can go off and add whatever you want now. But a few things that I wanted to kind of go over again was the exaggerated features, which are the ears, the eyes, the little tiny feet, and big hair. So that's something that kind of makes cute things. So yeah, you can see all those little features here. And yeah. Oh, another thing is to cook these. If you're using oven baked clay like I am, you're going to want to cook it for 15 minutes on 275. So yeah, that's another thing that you wanted to add. So I hope you had a fun time today making this craft that used math and science to make a cute art. I'm Charlotte with STEAM with Students, and I hope you had a super fun time today at 2021 STEAM Virtual.